A man is unable to control how much he drinks. A woman has an inability to stay away from alcohol. A mother of 3 spends much of her children's time after school getting drunk or hungover. An airline pilot, police officer, and a judge are drunk or hungover on the job. A man is convicted for the 7th time for driving under the influence of alcohol. A father is unable to attend his son's basketball game because he is too drunk to sit up in the bleachers or see where his son is on the court. Although he was given a final written warning last week to not drink alcohol on the job, an employee escapes every 30 minutes to a bathroom with his flask. A woman who used to get a light buzz drinking wine coolers now drinks a 5th of vodka to get the same effect. A college student spends the morning vomiting, unable to hold down his breakfast, while his roommate cannot remember what happened the night before. A school principal has a couple of cocktails before heading to school to start her day, just to take the edge off. Would students sign up for a future life similar to those above? Would a parent want that for their children? Are those responsible with raising and educating children doing their duty if they fail to help those children avoid those outcomes? The answers to these questions are clear. How then can we help children avoid these outcomes? Because early use of alcohol increases the likelihood of a lifetime of future abuse of alcohol, and because kids are sensitive to peer pressure and react favorably to peer-led presentations on other risky behaviors, and because kids overestimate their peers' actual experience with alcohol and modify their own behavior to match, schools should promote peer-led instruction as part of their programs to delay alcohol initiation. Early alcohol initiation increases the likelihood of a lifetime of future problems. As we can see in this graphic here, research by Chow and Pickering suggests that children who have their first experience with alcohol prior to age 15 are 270% more likely to experience at least 3 of the situations described in the opening of this speech during their lifetime than those who wait until age 15 or later for their first experience with alcohol. Clearly, there's a significant risk when children begin drinking before the age of 15. And so the important thing here is to delay the initiation of drinking alcohol till after age 15. Okay? Obviously, it is in everybody's best interest to get kids to wait until they are older before they start drinking alcohol. Kids are influenced heavily by teen perceptions on alcohol use. A recent study showed that alcohol use by friends and associates strongly correlated to early alcohol initiation in teenagers. A 2007 study showed that kids overestimate their peers' experience with alcohol. And in 2010, researchers showed that kids modify their own behaviors to match those of their peers. This suggests that kids have difficulty identifying peers with healthy attitudes and behaviors with regards to role models. These peers are very important. Ullman, Vesely, Aspey, McElroy, Rodin, and Marshall found very interesting information about peer role models and their influence in their research. First, the authors identified which children had peer role models, which are peers who are likely to make good choices and act responsibly. Then they confirmed that those with peer role models were approximately 3 times more likely to delay alcohol initiation than those without. Clearly, students who have peers that are responsible, peers they can look up to, will be much more likely to delay drinking alcohol. Kids respond favorably to peer-led education initiatives. Research shows modified behavior with regards to risky sex and drug use. For example, teens have modified their attitudes and behaviors towards unprotected sex and other sexual behaviors in research on those subjects. In conclusion, school workers observe children every day and have a unique ability to identify which students could make good role models. Because early alcohol initiation so strongly correlates with future alcohol-related problems, and because children are so heavily influenced by their peers, and because peer-related education programs are effective with other risk behaviors, schools should promote peer-led instruction as part of their programs to delay alcohol initiation. Are there any questions?
Yes, I have one.
Yes.
How can we know that the selected peers will be effective?
That's a great question. I don't think that there's any way to know for sure that, that they are going to be effective. The only thing that we can do is take a look at what's worked in the past. That's why this research is so important. If you take a look, you can see the research that's been done in the past shows that when kids are educated by their peers on other risky behaviors, they are able to have an impact. So all we can do is look at that and project that we would expect something similar if we were to try this program in our school. Yes?
So then what would the message be that the peers should be sharing?
Okay, the message really is that alcohol is not something that young kids should be using in their early years. Okay? Great?
What are the messages these peers should be delivering?
That's pretty much what I was just sharing with him. The same idea that young kids should not be drinking alcohol, that it is likely to lead to a lifetime of future problems if they begin drinking alcohol.
So, why should the schools be involved?
Well, schools are in a very unique position because they get to see the kids every single day, and they're able to, because they're exposed to them, they're able to see exactly which kids might make good role models and have an idea about how they can set up those children. Additionally, teachers are motivated and school workers are motivated to help children make wise decisions. Thank you very much.